On the tee from Northern Ireland, Rory McIlroy.
The roar for Rory.
Got to get off to a good start. His starts here have been very laboured. 5 over for the first 3 holes. Started with a 6 yesterday. Can't afford that today. Well, both he and Pablo down the right. I wouldn't say it's ideal, but they have opened up the second shots to that front left pin. And they're near enough to it to play quite a lofted shot in.
Both Larrazabal and McIlroy missing the fairway at the first. McIlroy by a bit more than his Spanish partner. It all depends on the lie. You can't see it, which is not usually a good sign.
I have to say around here that the rough this year has not been that severe, but there are pockets of rough out there. Every now and again you can come off some real chewy stuff. He's off a downslope. It's going to make the ball fly lower than he would want normally. Green above him, and he's got the wind knocking the ball out of the sky. Not the easiest of shots. What he was looking for. He's going to have to do a bit of scrambling to make his par. I'd say he's been a little bit up and down with his scrambling, but he's so far this week, but he's picked up a decent lie. This is fairly straightforward. Just pitch it on the edge of the green and let gravity do the rest. Big slope down to the hole. Give himself a tester.
I think there's been an assumption, Warren, that Rory doesn't like the golf course simply because he hasn't performed well on it. He was
very good. Good save for Rory.
Everyone's enjoying the sunshine, Sam. We've seen some terrific golf already, haven't we? This could be a really thrilling afternoon.
The conditions fantastic, Dougie. The course is still running quite fast, but the greens are soft. Preferred lies. Now, can Rory hold some putts early on today? But there or thereabouts all week. Get a good save at the first. So this for birdie on 2. This to get him to 9 under. It's not hit it. That's a poor putt, Rory.
Dad Jerry is here this week. McIlroy now.
He's one of the few that can carry the traps on the right. He didn't. That's another poor one from McIlroy. His partner, Larrazabal, middle of the fairway. Everywhere he gets that shout, come on Rory, we love you. And they do.
Thomas Bjorn with a 5-shot lead over his playing partner today, Luke Donald. Pablo Larrazabal closes to within 6. Francesco Molinari was at 8, but he's going to bogey, hopefully no worse than that at the 3rd. Bunkered off the tee at 3, McIlroy. 175-yard bunker shot. Pretty well played. Not in range even for Rory, not that deep into the bunker.
McIlroy's third to the third. He's played that well. Played that very well. Again, struggling in these opening holes.
Rory McIlroy kind of a chance to make par at the third, and does.
Nice yardage for McIlroy, playing his second shot to the fourth. Lovely controlled 4-iron.
Yeah, that might kickstart him. Little 3 wouldn't do any harm.
Some pros like to get themselves in a position, but they don't always enjoy it out there in the office. This man does, and he'll enjoy it even more if he can pop this in for the eagle. Get his round really whizzing along. Oh, bobbled. Oh my, it might still go in yet. That's a quarter of the ball is over the hole. It's in. Yeah, well, I'm sure that's the crowd. They were willing that in. Whoa, what a big break. And the biggest smile of the day from Rory. He knows that could really kickstart his round.
Yeah, a break like that, gee, that's a supercharger in terms of your mentality.
Now, what effect will the eagle in the last hole have on McIlroy? Got to give him a big boost. Excellent pin location for him. He likes to cut the ball. Wind off the left, flag back right. He can let this drift towards the hole if he just gets it right. Not played the hole too well so far this week.
With a 5-iron, pretty tasty, and it's not finished yet. I wonder what effect that eagle will have on Thomas Bjorn as well.
A 2 would really get the crowd going. It would make such a noise. Bound to affect Bjorn, but he's calling JP in to have a look, so he's obviously not sure. The hard thing for a caddy here is to impart pace. How hard is the player going to hit it? That's the key always to putting. And it's those small margins, tiny margins, half the width of a golf ball there he was out. Could mean the difference between him getting the impetus to go on and win and not. Good effort though. I like what I see about McIlroy today. There seems to be a little bit more energy in his walk. There's a little bit more bounce. There's a little bit more belief, I think, in himself.
Crowd saying shot, but he doesn't like it at all. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, as long as he stayed out of the bushes, I think he has.
Oh, he could be very lucky there. Now, what can McIlroy do is must hit a big cut here around the trees. Very hard to get this on the green. Well, they say shot, but I don't think he'll be pleased at hitting the trees. He's lucky that it's actually gone forward. Sometimes when you clip those low-hanging branches, ball can go anywhere. Third shot here for McIlroy. Back off the slope. I'm not sure what Pablo was doing, because it was Rory's shot, but Pablo's actually walked up, played it, and chipped it in the hole for a 3. Well, he was well off the green, so he obviously thought that Rory had hit it in a different spot, or most peculiar. What will not be a good thing is dropping a shot on this hole. Bird at the first 8, couple of pars since. Up ahead we hear Henrik Stenson has parred the 8th, but you could see this is a real curling putt for McIlroy. That's 2 putts in a row. He's hit fractionally on the high side. Pace just beating the hole. 2 good strikes he's hit. And for the same money, he could be 2 shots better off. But he's not. He drops a shot. Goes back to 9 under.
Don't follow the rope. Still see the same picture.
Can't afford to make bogeys today. Not in the mood that Bjorn's starting to play this last round in. McIlroy, awkward shot, 152 to the flag off the downslope.
Slinging it in from left to right, trying to take the front bunker out of play in case it comes out dead. It hasn't, and that is excellent shot there.
Only other time they've had it on the bottom part of this green this week, and Rory holed it for a 2.
144 to the top of
Have to have done that again today.
Now McIlroy. Just inside left. Huge crowds watching this young superstar. But just outside left is aiming here. Will it turn? Yes, it will. Excellent putt from McIlroy. And he gets the birdie. A shot he dropped at the last hole to 6 back. He goes to 10 under. He's 5 behind.
Back on the wind. Bold tee shot and perfect tee shot. You're just going in with a little sand iron there.
At worst, he's 3 behind. A nice draw in here to this pin. It's not bad. Just came back a wee bit instead of going sideways. He was trying to almost have right to left bias on the shot there, get it spinning down to the hole, but not quite.
Pop this in. 1 behind. Well, the pair in the last group will have lost any semblance of momentum. And Rory marching on, if he can make it.
Chance. Ooh, just turned at the last second. Par for McIlroy. Stays at 10 under par. Just 2 behind with 10 to play for him. And 11 to play for the leaders.
Back up on the tee. Wind almost straight out of the left today. bunker at 250 up the right, not a problem for him. One at 260 up the left, and the next one up the right is 293. So he just wants to get it just inside that second right-hand bunker and just nail it with the 3-wood.
Go, Rory. Hold off the short. Yes.
He's set up a long way left. The wind is out of the left, quite a strong wind, but he's trying to move it in on the wind. And we saw with Molinari, that's not an easy putt to judge the pace on. Just shows the quality of Larrathabel's shot. Just goes down to the bottom of the little ridge. Just trying to feel how fast should I have it going when it gets to the bottom of this ridge to run out. Going by Molinari's, not that quickly. JP giving his opinion. All about pace this. It would be lovely to hold it, but realistically 2 putts, knock it up dead, keep the pressure off.
It's done exactly the same as Molinari. JP said there's a little bit of left to right in the middle, but then it come back at the end. But it did do the left to right, but it never came back at the end. And this is the one that Molinari missed a few minutes ago. McIlroy for his par to stay 2 behind. Ooh. That was horrid. Just pushed it straight right. He's got this back of the left hand going through towards the hole. It didn't work there. That's a poor bogey from McIlroy. The doors just opened wide.
McIlroy reeling after that 3-putt. Doing his own little bit of tapirey, but it's okay. On the upslope, makes the chip a little easier.
Wonderfully straight left arm. Great rotation to there, width, everything. Head as still as can be. He just sometimes moves a fraction ahead of the ball here. He's just got an inch or so ahead of it, which just starts at that few yards to the right. But he thought he'd hit a beauty here. He was incredulous that it had caught the edge of the tree.
Rory McIlroy missing the 10th green. Oh, and chips it in. Would you believe it? We said at the start of the programme that this could be an enthralling afternoon's golf, and that's exactly how it's working out. Eagle, par, bogey, birdie, par, bogey, birdie. You have no idea what's going to happen next. Just when you think somebody's on a little run of form or beginning to struggle, they do something like this. McIlroy moves to within 2 again. 2 pars and a birdie in the 3 previous rounds.
Looking at McIlroy's feet action here, right toe, right up on his right toe there. McIlroy a little unlucky not to be on the fairway and get the preferred lie here. It's just a sand wedge. Oh, it's a cracker, it's a cracker. It's a cracker from McIlroy. That to get within 1.
By 1 from Bjorn, by 2 from McIlroy, and by 3 from Gallagher, who's on the 18th tee. Seam, Dyson, Aiken, Varathabal and Donald back at 8 under.
Now McIlroy, this is the tie Bjorn, but not at the top. No. Oh, Rory. It was a good putt though, in fairness. That should break right to left. Just a fraction firm. He'll stay at 10 under par. Another opportunity gone. Yeah, it's gone, Rory, it's passed.
Been a bit frazzled a couple of times today by the putts he's faced. And only 2 off the lead. Shane Lowry now leads the BMW PGA Championship into the back 9 on Sunday afternoon. Longest driver on the European Tour, averaging 314 yards. Averaging means he hits a few longer than that. 5 iron into the par 5. It's gone right though. Eagled it in each of the first 2 rounds. In fact, he nearly holed out for Albatross in round 1. But that's a mistake because it's an obvious birdie hole. Now McIlroy up and down for the birdie, which he's going to need.
They played that very well there, almost too well. Just caught the edge of the first cut there, slowed it down. It's okay.
You just get the feeling, Sam, this is a huge putt for Rory, isn't it?
He's not had too many putts on this green so far. 3. He would love to make it 4. This for birdie. Brilliant putt from the young man. Brilliant putt. That was absolutely necessary. Gets him to 11 under, 2 behind Lowry, and tied with Bjorn.
And just birdied 12. Rory McIlroy's tee shot at 13.
All right.
4 right is not the cry he wanted to hear. It's not that wide, but he's off the fairway.
Massive crowds around the 13th green. McIlroy. 3 behind. They like it, but you're not going to hold too many from there. It's going to be a big effort from 35 feet to make birdie on 13. It'll slow putt going up the hill. McIlroy eyeing this one up the green on 13. Slow putt can be very positive.
Oh, yes. Now, is that ever perfectly timed? Shane Lowry, I'm still here.
2 Irishmen at the top of the leaderboard. Who's going to be top dog? Both of them had 3 birdies now on the back 9. This was a really beautiful strike right out of the meat of the putter. Took all the break and the borrow out of it. Look at that. Nailed it into the hole. Oh, I bet the crowd enjoy this behind. Watch this. Yeah, maybe not quite as loud as a cheer in a Ryder Cup, but it's getting that way as we get near towards the end of this championship. Very tight pin here on 14, just over the right-hand bunker. Can't afford to be short, but it's inviting position. If you just go a little long, there's a slope behind. You can bring it back down to the pin. Oh, that's a nightmare. Horschel, he's a club. He's either mishit that really badly, or he's a club and a half out.
can't believe they shot McIlroy's head off the tee here, Warren. And that's just a horror story. And what pitches he got left.
And he can use maybe the slope a little bit behind the ball, but he's got to guarantee that this carries must be going for the high shot here.
Well, what shot has he got here? He's got a majestic shot. That is just superb.
Yeah, that was as good as the first one was bad.
Difficulty level there, 9 out of 10. And he comes up with that.
Did pick up a wonderful eye, but you've still got to play the shot. Just dropped it on the edge of the green. That's how it stands at the moment, but that is going to change. Lowry will drop a shot, or at least one shot on the 13th. May well be two. McIlroy, marvellous up and down to remain at 12 under through 14. McIlroy, 15th tee, 3 wood, must find the fairway. Out of bounds left and right, and a ditch right. Really great players can sense a moment in time. Man with his tail up though is McIlroy. 172 yards to this pin on the 15th. Fantastic up and down, trying to cut this one in. Again, he's underclubbed. Rather like the last hole. So either he's being completely fooled by the wind, or he's allowing a little bit too much for adrenaline in the system, but he's given himself a tough 2-putt from there.
And a yard on the green, 60-footer. He seemed happy enough with the strike. The strike looked good, just either got completely flummoxed by the wind or pure and simply wrong club.
Big break right to left. Taking downhill as it comes towards the hole. Gathering pace. Well, from 60 feet, pretty good putt, you've got to say. Positive one. Gave it a chance.
Par putt for Rory. He knows it's left to right. He's seen it sidle past the hole. And that's well holed. It was not a straightforward little putt.
2-time major winner, though. Tend to think they can handle those.
McIlroy, iron up 16. Good play. He's so long, you just don't need to try and bully the 16th hole. Perfection. Rory, 143 yards. Flag front left corner, using the slope, using it too much. Oh dear. Oh dear, that is a bad mistake and some seriously bad luck too. Just headed in there so hard with so much spin, that can happen.
A really difficult pin. Already hold a chip shot on the back 9. Very tough. Not much to work with here. Well, all the players are out there beginning to suffer, and they all want this championship. It's beginning to squeeze them.
Huge putt.
Well, in a moment or two, he'll be tied for the lead. He thinks he's one behind as he looks on the leaderboard by the 16th green. And he's now going to a hole which, over the years, he has not played very well. McIlroy, this dangerous tee shot on the 17th. looks an absolute honey. Well, the last 6 times he's played this hole in 6, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Thought you were calling out my phone number there. That is a perfect tee shot, though. Couldn't place it better. McIlroy has thrashed his tee shot, and Pablo's whacked it 13 yards past him.
It's a tiny target, really.
Yeah, in the old days, you could sort of just hit a low chaser 40 yards short of the green, it would run on, but there's a big swale left now, so you've got to carry it all the way.
Get in a hole! Get in a hole! Oh, Macca!
Well, he's missed it on the side. You would want to miss it. You certainly don't want to miss it right today down the big hollow in the thick grass. A very good opportunity to make a birdie there on 17.
Just sweeps it off the top. Very long, shallow divot.
Hasn't had a win this season. In fact, it took until the last weeks of 2013 to get a win last year when he won the Australian Open. What a vital birdie this could be. Never usually a good sign. Steps away, replaces the ball, settles over it. This for birdie. Well done, Rory McIlroy. 4th birdie of the back 9. And now Rory McIlroy leads on his own. The scoreboard carrier changes the figures. 13 under par, Rory McIlroy, 1 ahead of Lowry, 2 ahead of Donald.
McIlroy hit a drive down here yesterday. It was just enormous. Just a 5-6 iron into the green. Didn't birdie it, no, but he birdied it the first 2 days. Here we go. Hold on to your hats. Somebody said beauty, and they were not wrong. That is absolute perfection from McIlroy.
Right, just stand still, thanks.
Left half of the fairway, just an iron in. Standing in the middle of the last fairway. 1 ahead, par 5, over water. Wow.
Photographers and cameramen gathered behind them, looking to get the perfect shot of McIlroy's shot into this arena around the 18th green. What a backdrop. Unfortunately, against a blue summer sky.
Started well right. Is it draw? I don't think it is drawing. Just another couple of yards draw. He just wanted it on the green to be putting, but he's not done it. It's in the bunker, Rory.
No, Rory McIlroy. He held the bunker shot in Hong Kong to win at Fanling a couple of years back. Surely can't do it here. It's coming up a little bit short, but only a little.
Nerves of steel there from McIlroy. Water on the far side of the hole wouldn't even have entered his head. So that was just about an inch behind the ball here. Opens the face up, just splash it out. Just could not play it any better. Tony Johnson sitting in here, who might be the best bunker player that ever lived. That was impressive, Tony, wasn't it? This would put him too clear, Dougie. Obviously chances in the last 2 for the others, but 2's 2.
McIlroy round in 66. Back in 32, birdies at the last 2 holes, and at 14 under par, he's now the man to beat. A week which started amidst the heartbreak of a cancelled wedding and a cancelled engagement could be about to end with celebration. There you are, page 1. That's where the winner sits, right at the very top. Rory McIlroy, a winner again on the European Tour. A brilliant final round 66 for a one-shot win over Shane Lowry.
To watch another DP World Tour video, click here, and to subscribe, click here.